This material is out of the guard of an auto. It's a light iron pipe, 3 by 4 inch diameter. This is the prototype of the cockpit. Don't go by the shape, as it's roughly made and nowhere close to perfection. I had to make use of any available resources around here because I could not find an experienced welder in Manali. Here we are making the base of the cockpit with flat iron plates. Next up, we are checking all the measurements, the fitting and the angles fit perfectly or not. I've installed the cockpit onto the chassis rather than any external fitments to make it more sturdy, because my dog is around 23 kilos, so I wanted it to be as sturdy as possible. And then the cheapest and best lever in India, kids. I found one and painted my cockpit black. Next up was foaming the cockpit so that it softens up on impact and also gives comfort to my dog. Then came the upholstery. I used very good quality materials here because my dog has long nails, so anything which he could not tear was my fit. This is the seat of the cockpit. It's a 4-inch foam. For the cover, I used brown color as it goes well with the black color of the cockpit. It looks classy as well. And guys, all of this costed me just around 600 rupees plus 200 for the plywood. That is 800 rupees in total. As far as the material was concerned, I had 2 to 3 materials in mind. My number one preference was carbon fiber because it is the lightest and the strongest. But one disadvantage was that it was very expensive. So plus there's no welder for carbon fiber anywhere in Himachal. So I had to go to maybe Delhi. That would be the nearest. If I would have made this complete cockpit with carbon fiber, it would have costed me easily 30 to 40,000 rupees. So that was out of the question. And the second material was aluminum. Aluminum is also lightweight and it is sturdy. But one problem was there were no aluminum welders here in Manali. And also, if I go on trips to remote places like Ladakh, Spiti and many other places, and if something breaks, if I had to weld a part, it's very difficult to get aluminium welders in all parts of India, especially in remote regions, because aluminium welding requires a different process and it's completely different from iron welding. Same thing with steel. I tried using stainless steel. It was available here. I also got a welder. There was only one stainless steel welder here, but again the same problem. I would not get a welder easily in remote places if something went wrong with the cockpit. My last option was iron, but iron is the heaviest of all metals. Though it's very easy to weld and any local welder can repair it and can work on it, I decided to use iron, but the lightest material that I could get. So this one, luckily I got it from an auto that was just lying around in the scrap at the local welder shop. So we took that out. It was not a lot heavy. It's almost the same weight as stainless steel. So it's not as heavy as an iron pipe, but it's strong. It's not that weak. It won't break easily. And the total weight of this cockpit was surprisingly just 6 kilograms. That is with the seat. And also there is not much difference of weight because the tail rack itself weigh around maybe a kilo or 2 kilos. So this is 6 kilos. So just 4 additional kilos of weight added because I have replaced the tail rack with this carrier. This is the iron pole, 3 by 4 inch diameter, and these are the plates. So I have tried to use as much as light materials as possible, and this is the lining of a car's window. So this is to protect my hand from the sharpness when I take the seat out and put it back in. And this is how the upholstery looks like. It's nice and cushiony, so if the bike falls, so it can bear the impact. And I've attached few anchor points here so that I can hang in some hooks or carabiners whenever required. And there's ample amount of space for me to sit. And the diameter of this is 26 inches long and it is 14 inches wide, and the height must be around 10 to 11 inches. So the seat is 3 to 4 inches in height, so it comes up till here. So that's enough protection for Hulk. So this is how the cockpit looks like. So it's mounted on the bolts of the tail rack. You can see this is one anchor point, the other is here under the seat, and this is the third, and this is the fourth. So that's it. No mounting on external fitments. Earlier I thought that I could mount it on here, but the more that it is attached to the chassis, the sturdier it is. You can see it doesn't move. So let me open the seat. I have kept this gap here so that I can take it out and put it back in. It's a little challenging, but it's manageable. So this is how it's done. Takes a little bit of time. So this seat comes out from here, and if I want to access the battery in case of any power failure, I can access it from here. And these are the bolts. This is one tail rack bolt and this is the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let me put the seat back. So that's it. The seat comes out from here and you can put it back again from this space. So not much of a hassle. So this is the final look of the cockpit. Coming to the charges, I paid 2000 rupees to the welder. That includes labor and materials used, 800 rupees for the seat, and miscellaneous charges of 200 rupees for the iron plates. So my cockpit was completed in around 3000 rupees.